All right. Let's open this final 85 by 10 pack, and then we're going to get into this FIFA 23 gameplay trailer deep dive. So this should be something that ends up making it to YouTube. EA might copyright strike me in certain parts of the video. I think we're going to just try and keep all of this in the video because I do want to take a look at the actual video that they did, slow cover it for you guys. And the last time we did this, they copyright striked it. I don't really know why. I don't know if other content creators are dealing with that, but for me specifically, they seem to just strike anytime I review their videos and stuff like that. But it is what it is. So let's have a look into it. I am very excited. I am a bit of a hypocrite when it comes to FIFA being released every single year. Every time it's released, anytime we look at the future of FIFA, no matter how bad the last year was, I quit this game. I quit FIFA 22 Ultimate Team. A lot of you guys will know I quit FIFA 22 Ultimate Team at the start of Team of the Year. I lasted till January. The game was so bad that I almost gave up my entire career to just be away from FIFA for 3-4 months. I went from 2 to 5 to 6, 7,000 viewers a stream on the FIFA grind to moving away and being at 200 to 500 viewers on Escape from Tarkov and stuff like that, just because I needed for my own soul to move away from the toxicity and horrific broken promises from EA. So I, among all of you guys, understand the broken promises from EA. But the start of every single year, I always get excited because this is obviously my favorite game by a long shot. Football is my favorite sport. It's my favorite thing to do. I built my whole career on Twitch and then onto YouTube across 8 or 9 years through football and Ultimate Team and career mode and pro clubs a little bit and stuff like that too. But in general, I love it, right? So I want the game to do well. And especially this year, because we're jumping over to PC, I'm going to be on PC running a no holds barred poor man road to glory. With obviously no rules other than no FIFA points, of course. And we're going to see how we can compete against the rich men of the PC world on 144 FPS. And of course, then we'll also be competing against everybody else on Xbox and PlayStation because there is cross-platform gameplay. So without further ado, let's just see what's going on with this gameplay trailer. I've got the actual pitch notes as well that we're going to cover. This might be a little bit of a longer video, but it's something that I've wanted to do. So let's see what we have to look forward to here.
We're in for a treat. Here's everything new coming to gameplay in FIFA 23.
Can't wait to hear more about HyperMotion 2.
Let's throw it to Sheldon and our gameplay team to dive into the details.
Thank you, Derek. Joined by the one and only Shauna Games and our gameplay dev team, Sam and Concho. Everyone, how you doing?
Good, thanks.
Feeling good. How are you?
I'm super excited to play FIFA 23. Cheers for asking.
Okay, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about HyperMotion 2, women's football, attacking, defending, goalkeepers, and Shauna's...
Okay, so let's go HyperMotion 2. Let's see.
We carried out twice as much real-world motion capture than we did last year. That's 2 full high-intensity matches with training drills.
Oh, wow, that sounds amazing.
That's right. So there was like a shooting drill. We got a ton of great data for power shots and goalkeepers. We also did one-on-ones, so a lot of new dribbles. And the way the defender jockeyed and tried to counter that dribble, we've got all that motion. So the beauty of training drills is that we can get a high volume of data that maybe you would see only once or twice in a full 90-minute match. But in the training drills, we got it over and over again in a short period of time.
And HyperMotion 2 is a technology that empowers the improvements across all the gameplay areas, and in the end it takes us over 6,000 new true-to-football animations transferred from
6,000 animations? Did he just say?
Don't forget our machine learning algorithm. It's learning from over 9 million frames of data that we...
Machine learning algorithm. Are we in Skynet? Wait, hold on. Did he just say machine learning algorithm?
Captured from these Xsense motion capture shoots. So to sum it up, it's more motion capture data than we've ever captured before.
Okay.
And they're professional athletes playing competitive matches, and that's what's going into the game, feeding our animation and AI systems.
Okay, so before we delve deeper here, right, with HyperMotion 2, once again, EA are very good at marketing. They are $1 billion a year in profit because they are so good at their job. No one's denying that, right? At the end of the day, EA are kings of creating hype for what's coming next. And all of us are peasants at consuming it and just begging for more, like the degens that we are, right? That's fine. That's all fine, well and good. That happens with every fanboy base for any video game out there. It is what it is. We can't be overcritical of ourselves of that. It just is what it is, and EA are good at feeding into what we love. So I get it. All of this stuff is actually very cool. There's nothing in that I can be upset about. There's the fact that EA are pushing the boundaries and trying to get more motion capture and getting 6,000 animations and stuff like that is amazing. The problem, and some of you that have heard me say this for the last, I don't know, maybe 8 years of my content creation career, it only matters when you are in the depths of hell in mid-November or mid-January in your 20th FUT Champs game against a guy that has terrible internet connection, you're on a high elo, so he's a sweat lord, and you're sitting there dealing with 1 to 2 second button delay. Now, all of these things are great, but if it's the 90th minute, it's 0-0, and I've spent 90 minutes trying to break down this guy's 11-man ultra defensive setup, and I finally tiki-taka'd my way through in on net. I have 80% of the net to shoot. His final defender lunges in. You beat the defender. You click shoot. But because of one of 6,000 animations that are available in this broken next-gen development, the open net, the shot, the chance is there. You click the button, but it takes an extra second and a half or 500 milliseconds, let's say. It takes an extra half a second to come off because the game is forcing your player into an extra animation. So that open shot, that chance on net, that skill gap that we would like to hope is there, that you've created to have that chance, disappears because your player takes that extra time. So either the keeper gets into position to make the save, or maybe one of the 17 defenders that you've beaten gets back into the way to block the shot. And that is where my biggest issue with every single FIFA is. These are all great things, but if it's not applied into the real world experience behind the controller for you in a weekend league or in a division rivals experience or in a friendly match, right, where you're trying to get next year's 37th Mahrez special card, you know, from a friendly or whatever. I know I'm sounding toxic. I'm just having a little bit of fun with it, right? We're just being a little bit sarcastic, hopefully, so it can make the video a little bit more lighthearted, but maybe it can come across as being a bit toxic. I'm not. I'm just trying to have some fun with it, some comedic fun with it. So anyways, having said that, this is all great, but it's when it's applied to the game itself that matters. And that's what concerns me, is that, at least not yet, at least not in this gameplay deep dive, EA just don't talk about the issues. And that is what I think all of us as lovers of this game want to see, where it's like, even right here, and don't worry guys, we've worked on the pace of the animation systems to have these shots and these 6,000 animations come off quickly, so that when you create the chance, your player shoots and they don't take an extra time. I want to hear it from the devs. I want to hear them address all these problems that we've had. That's what I want. I don't like that they don't address the issues at hand, or at least it doesn't seem like they address the issues at hand. It's not a coverage of the problems, and it seems like there's a lot of talk about AI and whatnot, so let's just let the video continue on from here. But just this HyperMotion last year on FIFA 22, HyperMotion 1, now they've got it called HyperMotion 2, like it's some big change. Hopefully it actually is. But anyways, HyperMotion 1 on next-gen gameplay on PS5 was the biggest pile of trash ever for all the things I just explained to you guys. So I'm hoping it's not just another year of that. Inshallah.
Well, I'm super excited you guys are representing women's club football now.
Okay, before this continues, I think, to all of the male chauvinist pigs out there that are in the FIFA community, unfortunately, they won't be able to handle this. I genuinely think it would be really cool to have like all of the women's players and stuff in Ultimate Team as well mixed in. I think that would be cool. I do. I know it might be a little bit weird in terms of how do they fit it, but doing something like that I think would be pretty awesome. Now, do you go down the route of maybe being too honest about ratings and abilities of certain teams and players on a women's side versus certain teams and players on a men's side, and then how do EA navigate that? You know, do you give the Messi the 95 and then the best player on a certain women's side, where are their ratings? That is a very difficult thing to do, but I would think it'd be a cool next step, definitely. I just don't know how EA would implement it, and maybe that's why it might never come, but would be cool to see women's club football integrated into Ultimate Team, but maybe that's what they cover here. I don't know.
In FIFA, what is it like working with the professional women's team this time around?
It was amazing. We captured 2 professional women's teams, and now that we have women's club teams in FIFA 23, it's bringing authenticity to the women's game. We've captured all this real-world data where they played a competitive match, and now all of that can be felt in the game.
And I know that besides the capturing the specific animations for the passing and the shooting, we actually completely changed the whole locomotion set for the female players. It means like every running style will be feel unique and more realistic.
What does all of this unlock in making the HyperMotion 2 experience feel more authentic?
From the first moment you pick up FIFA 23, you're going to notice that dribbling is different. We've used the new animations that HyperMotion brings to enhance the responsiveness and the visual quality of dribbling. And it adds a whole new level of personality. When you're playing with elite dribblers, you're going to be able to change directions much more quickly. It's more based on real-world football. But what the tech allows us to do is actually interrupt dribble animations so that even if you point to the right side, you can quickly change to the left, and we'll interrupt that dribble animation to allow you to sort of like create almost like a body feint motion where you're shifting your weight from one side to the other to help you beat that opponent.
I mean, again, is it pessimistic, Nick 2018? Is it 9 years of false promises that caused me to want to think that when they say that, they're just hitting like key marketing lingo, responsiveness, tech, interruptions of animations, quick movement? I don't know. I don't want it to be marketing mumbo jumbo, but it's been a long time. I'm a founder. I know a lot of you guys are. I've been playing this game for a long time. Every year they say stuff like this. I'm not kidding. It would be unbelievably hilarious if you went back and clipped me reviewing or any other content creator reviewing every summer's release of gameplay. And it would probably be all the same wording, right? So I hope this is accurate. I really do, especially on PC, man. 144 FPS. I just want to be excited at what I see on the screen, at the movement and the pace and the skill gap in a game. I just want to be excited. I really do. We had that for a week or two in FIFA 22. We had that for a week or two in FIFA 18 pre-patch. I want that again so bad. I really do.
And a new dribbling system.
Hey, by the way, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 defenders in the 18. Hey, man. What? Also a thing that I guess just hasn't been addressed, but next-gen consoles have that glitch where AI, even if you play on 8 depth, which I do on my false 9 setups, they just all drop into the box. As like just a glitch that EA have where no matter how you set up your formation, once you lose possession, all 8 of your players just drop into the box. Is that addressed? Are they going to address that? Is that going to be fixed? It's because it's Atletico. EA fans drinking the Kool-Aid.
Is compatible with the machine learning ML flow that introduced last year, which means we can ensure the clean footsteps in between.
I love you guys. Trust me. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love you guys. I love that there's so many of you that immediately don't think the way I do and think, oh no, Nick, it's just because it's Atletico. That's why it's doing that. So I love you guys, and I sometimes wish I had that positive mentality. I really do, and maybe one day I will.
Every dribble touch.
Right, and then people always ask, well, what's the counter to dribbling? Surely there's something in defending. Well, that's where the new machine learning jockey comes in. So the way you're able to position your body, the way you're able to angle up to that dribbler is much more intelligent.
Yeah, and I know that the jockey allows you to have this super smooth, quick, lateral movement in and out.
I like this. As a manual defender, I manual defend. I like this. I hate myself. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. Oh, I'm such a hypocrite. Every year I do this to myself. Anyways, I do like that. Like that animation right there. You see that animation where the defender's jockeying, and then depending on the position setup, and then they like when you go in for the tackle. Now, once again, in actual gameplay, am I doing that? And then the player just phases through me, and I fall over as I make the tackle, and they just run in on net with the ball. Do I go in for the tackle, make the tackle, and the ball magically pops to the only other attacker available for my opponent? And now I've got 2 defenders out of position after making a good tackle, and he's running in on net. God help me, I hope that's not the case. But again, the experiences of my life in this FIFA franchise makes me think the latter, not the former. And I hope I'm wrong.
Allows you to have this super smooth, quick lateral
It looks
movement
good though,
in
man.
and
I mean,
out,
look at the ball.
step
Falls
ins,
to his
change of
defender. I don't
direction.
know.
Well, I love using the jockey button, so I'll definitely be using this to counter the dribbling.
Oh, that's
Please
so
tell me
hot.
more, guys.
I love it.
Another part of the HyperMotion that I'm super excited is accelerate. We know that the pace, speed, and acceleration.
And sorry to cut them off, and I know this is my reaction. So if you don't like me reacting and pausing and whatever, go watch the damn video on your own, I suppose, right? The link will be in the description for you guys if this makes it to YouTube and we don't get copyright striked into oblivion. So either way, all of this is great. It really is. I do just hope, though, that these accelerations and the defending mechanics and the tackling, and I hope this is user-controlled. For the love of God, EA, please don't let the AI offensively or defensively have any of these things you're talking about. Because if I have to watch for another year my opponent control their center mid while all of his AI do the hypermotion movements and do everything for him, or watch my opponent attack me down the byline and it's his AI doing the hyper sprint super teleportation speed down the line, I'm going to lose my mind. But if all of these things are manual, which causes, of course, a massive skill gap, which you need in games, that would be great, right? I'm hoping this is while in manual control, defensively or offensively, then we're in business. We're in business.
Those attributes is probably the very first thing that our players look into.
Exactly. Like acceleration is very important.
Yeah, inspired by the real-life players, we defined 3 acceleration archetypes: the explosive, controlled, and lengthy. The length is the strong physical players, but
Right.
it's not only limited to the defenders. Some of the strong physical attackers will also benefit from this
Like a
archetype,
Haaland, right?
Which means they might
Or
be not as fast on a very
Vlahovic.
short distance, but will be able to accelerate and their long, powerful strides to really improve their speed and accelerate even further and get the edge over the longer distances.
Okay.
I know that most of the players will be using the
Counterattacks
control,
galore.
which is more continuous acceleration, but I really like the other archetype, the explosive one, which is dedicated to
Right.
agile
Little
players
gaps.
like those midfielders in the center of the pitch, because they might not be associated with the pacey and the long runs, but they have that killer quick first step.
Oh, wow. They're literally coming so fast off the mark.
And it's not just the acceleration types that we have that are new this year. We also have signature run styles for those top players. I know Mbappe is one. We've got his unique running motion in the game right now. I know there was a few other players.
That looked horrible. Don't be so negative, Nick. Don't be so negative. But that looked awful. He looked like a dinosaur.
His unique running motion in the game right now. I know there was a few other players that you were keen to talk about, Sam.
Yeah, my favorite one is Vinicius Jr. because he actually has 2 visually different run styles when he's dribbling with the ball.
Bro, Vinny's
and
going to be
without.
cracked
You can
again,
see when
isn't
he's
he?
dribbling with the ball, his
Vinny was
hands
so
are
good this year.
everywhere because he's so creative going in and
Vinny's
out.
gonna be
when he
nuts.
runs, he's more composed. And I know there's a series of the small, subtle changes in the way the arms move and the elbows move during dribbling, during running, during jogging, and the collection of those small changes really makes a difference.
Oh, wow. That's sick.
I mean, it looks clean in the
Seeing so
run-up,
many-
like right there. The run-up doesn't look like there's any delay in it, but oh, I'm excited. I just want a good game. I just want a good game. I don't want it to be menus again. God help us, gameplay enjoyers. Dear Lord.
New additions on the HyperMotion side, but there's really a lot happening in gameplay overall this year. Let's start on the offensive side of the ball.
Sam, what's your favorite way of scoring a goal?
My favorite one is a power shot. Power shot is a new high-risk, high-reward mechanic that requires a little bit more precision from you, but at the same time, it will result in one of the most powerful, most exquisite animation I've ever seen.
Well, what was it, FIFA 11 or 12, where the power shots were cracked? I remember there's a video that I released. It was on YouTube. It's not like it's something that'll many people will remember, but it was when I was using a silver Sunderland player. I'm trying to remember his name. I scored like a 40-yard screamer. Who was that? Do you guys remember who that was? Oh, I can't. No, it wasn't Mayuka the Bazooka. It wasn't. No, it wasn't Mayuka. It wasn't Mayuka. He had long, like, dreads. Long dreads. No, Kenwyn! Was it Kenwyn Jones? I think it was Kenwyn Jones, but at Sunderland, not Cardiff. It was Kenwin Jones, I think. So those thunder shots were big back in, what was that? That was FIFA 14 or 15. They were very, very, very enjoyable to score. I don't remember having power shots be a meta in FIFA since then, really.
With power shots,
No, it wasn't
you can
Royston
actually
Drenthe either,
do this in a number of different ways. You can take it off the dribble, or you can take
That
it
looked
first
so
time.
unnatural,
Top
but
bins
all right.
all day, every day.
For sure. For Shauna, always going for the top bins. But as we eye the back of the net here, is there anything else to help players score more goals?
Last year, we introduced composed ball control. This year,
That's
composed
dope.
ball striking allows players to control the ball with that first touch.
Brother, my guy runs through
Set
the
themselves up
defender,
for a
though, man. I mean, it's not bad, but like, oh, I'm too negative. I'm too negative for these review videos, aren't I? I am too negative.
Composed
That's
ball
a sick
control.
touch from
This year,
Benzo.
composed ball striking allows players to
I mean, I guess that was
control the
kind of
ball
cool.
with that first touch and set
was
themselves
kinda
up
cool.
for a volley or like a bicycle kick. You take one touch to control the ball and then fluidly step into the shot. So the beauty of it is that you're setting yourself up
Oh
with
my
that thigh
God.
touch or that chest touch so that you can really step into it with power.
Holy whoa!
And now to an area where we have a little more time to find different ways to score. What's new with set pieces in FIFA 23?
In FIFA 23, we redesigned all set pieces mechanics. The new penalty kicks will have a more intuitive aiming system.
That's
but
cool.
The key piece of the penalty kicks
Oh my
this year
days.
is a new circle-shaped
Oh,
composure
God.
bar. If you time it right, you will have a more precise shot, which means you can also
Wait, so again, oh, so the aim, can you see? The aim button's gone again. The aiming into the areas is gone. Which I do think the like sniper thing was kind of dead. Did you guys see Benzema's head movement at all? Like, did he move his head before he took it? Because that was a telltale sign of cheesing it as a goalkeeper.
time it right, you will have a more precise shot. Which
No,
means
I
you
don't
can
see his
also
head
power it a
moving,
little bit
by
more.
the way. Oh my god, that's so crazy.
Yeah, and that brings us
There's
to
no
free
aim now.
kicks.
I like that there's no aim now. I think the no aim is good. I mean, there shouldn't be aim. Like, I actually like that. Did his head move? Oh no. Did it actually? I kind of wasn't. Hold on a second. Sorry guys, let me have a
And
look at
all
this.
set pieces mechanics. The new penalty
Did it move? Man, am I blind? I'm looking. There's no head movement there, guys. It doesn't shift to the right. I'm sorry. At least I don't see
Free
it.
kicks,
And I
something
know
the
what to look
community
for.
highlights so often. Anything
I
new
don't see
here
it,
players
boys.
can look forward to?
with the new system, with the right stick,
I don't
you're
see it.
able to pinpoint.
At
the
least from
exact
how you
place
can
on the
tell this
ball
year and last year,
you're
I don't
about
see
to
it.
strike. And I really love that the new system gives you full control of the trajectory. So in certain situations, I can actually curl around the wall back.
Oh, you see this though? So to understand ball mechanics is pretty cool. You see that? So you're basically aiming how you hit the, like where the player hits the ball. So if he hits it here, it's probably outside of his foot. Maybe it goes that way. Hits it there, it's going to be like wrapping his foot around it, right? Inside foot curl type of thing. That's cool. That's really cool. I mean, I'm sure it's still going to be damn near impossible to score free kicks, but please, God, can we have a hero Wesley Schneider? Please. Because he'll be taking all my free kicks forever on my poor man road to glory. Thank you. God bless. Inshallah, Habibi. Thank you. Thank you.
So in certain situations, I can
Yeah, isn't
actually
that
curl
cool?
around
You see
the ball
that?
back into the net, and the opponent will.
And you
have,
see how they
no
jump?
idea I can-
So what I'm wondering, see, this is where I just begin to hate myself. Can I set it where you hit across the top of it and go for that low fizz shot? So your opponent, when they jump, you try to shoot it underneath? Can that be a thing again? Because that, I don't remember that being a thing across the last 2 years. That is an actual viable tactic. So if I aim the target onto top where you hit it low, like you would in real life, right? You hit it low and fizz it across the ground. I hope that's something. That would be cool, right? Because
Curl around
watch the
the ball
defenders jump.
to the
See?
net,
Oh, they jump late though. They jump
and
so
the
late.
opponent will
What the hell?
have no idea I can do that.
Anyways, that
My
would be
favorite
cool.
thing is on defense, you can actually lie down.
Oh, there
behind
you
the wall
go.
To block any low shots when the wall's jumping. You see that in real football all the time these days.
Sam,
That's
that
uncanny. I've not watched this until now, so that's actually cool that that's a
line
thing.
is starting to sweat right now. How on earth are we going to counter all of this on the defensive side?
Every year, we're trying to keep up with the attacking, with all the new ways to score. And on defending, there are several improvements we had in this year. And my
Okay.
favorite one is the hard slide. this feature was designed to just send the ball as far away as possible. But I found
Nice.
it quite useful as a counterattack to the power shots. Because if you need some time to prepare for a shot, this is a perfect opportunity for me to unexpectedly go and kick the ball as far away as possible.
Huh.
And I know we've added a ton of new animations just
Again, if it's in manual defending, I'm all for it. This is there is no negatives here if it's applied the way we all want it to be applied. If it's you make that tackle and then the ref gives a pen anyways, or you get red carded for it, well then we're gonna
for the elite
gonna lose our minds,
defenders.
but-
So more coverage to stop the ball. Even if you've sort of overrun the ball, you can reach back and still get your toe onto it. So really nice.
Dude, you know how like Van Dijk bullied Mason Mount or Pulisic, whoever it was there? Again, please let that be a thing. Because as we all know in FIFA 22, with your 99 everything defender, you can run at a Vinny Jr. and go to shove him off the ball, and Vinny Jr. in possession of the ball will throw your 99 strength 6'8" man mountain defender to the ground and run in on net because this game is a mess, right? So again, I hope that this isn't just marketing mumbo jumbo. I hope what you see here on the screen actually will happen, because in FIFA 22, none of these things are realistic. None of these things. How many hundreds, if not thousands of times have you watched on my stream, Nep stream, or on the Fought Market stream, Zway's stream, Pie's stream, them do that and their player just gets shoved aside by like a Nitani-sized player, bro, with 3 strength. So I just want all of this stuff to actually happen in game and not just be in EA's marketing to sell copies of FIFA 23.
Way to make those world-class defenders stand out.
Wait, was that a... Hold on a second. Can I go back to that?
Make those world-class defenders stand out.
I thought that was Heung-min Son for a second. On some lady. Oh my. Okay. I can't be cancelled twice, right? That's not possible? So everything's fine? Are we okay? Okay. Everything's fine. No, for a second I got excited thinking you could have like guys against girls in Ultimate Team. So I just got excited. My apologies.
Naturally, we've made
happened
our
so
way
quick, I
to
didn't
the
know what I
last
was seeing.
Line of defense. What's new in goalkeeping this year?
So with keepers, we've added this reaction time based on their vision. So if their vision is blocked, they're going to be a bit slower to react. So more natural behaviors from the
Ooh.
goalkeeper. But when they do have time to go up and grab that ball, they're going to be stronger. Even if an opponent is challenging for the ball, they're going to
Okay.
keep that ball. Even if they fall down, they're going to hold on to it, just like you see in real life.
Okay.
Exactly.
So again, it would be very cool if what we're seeing here depends on the metric of the player's rating and stuff like that, right? So an 89 rated handling keeper, 89 versus a 70 rated handling keeper, maybe the 70 handling keeper spills the ball more often than the 89. I find the stats oftentimes don't really matter. It's just like RNG. Whether you've got an 89 rated keeper or a 75 rated keeper, sometimes they spill it, sometimes they catch it, sometimes they don't, right?
There's probably some other cool stuff that we
Dibs!
haven't talked about, like the fingers. Yeah.
Yeah, we always wanted to add this for a long time, when the goalkeeper will really stretch out, reaching for the ball, and you will be able to see like each finger deformation.
So we don't get the whole Superman Neo phasing the ball out of the way, where they make the save without touching the ball, or the exact opposite, where their hand snaps in half as the ball goes in. None of those animations are there anymore, EA? I hope not. This looks cool. It does. It does look cool.
Coming up with the contact with the ball, and
We're not going to have Jedi mind trick goalkeepers anymore? I hope not.
this year we were able to achieve this. And my favorite part, that this new physics approach was able to recreate not only for the goalkeeper, but also for the defender.
That's cool.
This year, the ball will actually graze over the foot, will graze over the leg, and there will be more deflections.
And not only does it graze off the deflection, it actually pushes back like the foot or the arm.
I know Sean has been dying to ask you this.
Am I thought I was an optimist. Oh God, should I just stop now? Now, again, the pessimist of me thinks, dear God, this is just going to help the Rats fire the ball anywhere and get crazy bounces and deflections that always go in their favor. That's what I'm thinking, right? That's the initial thought process. I think it's because I'm a pessimist. But when it comes to FIFA gameplay, the other thing that concerns me here is, did you see the defender like fall over in pain? Hey man, if I'm manually blocking a shot, can you guys not add RNG so that my defender is out of commission for 3 seconds? So I go block a shot and the ball bounces back to my opponent and now my defender's doing this. As they walk past him. Please, EA. I know I sound like a pessimist, but please, can we not do that? We don't need that. We don't. These are kind of unnecessary. They're cool, but this is kind of unnecessary.
Actually pushes back.
Now, if this is AI defenders, I'm kind of all for it, which makes me also a hypocrite. No. A contrarian? I don't know English, so it is technically my second language, kind of, a little bit. Or my third language, some would say. Anyways, if it's AI defenders, I don't mind. Because someone not manually defending having these crazy deflections, I think I'm cool with. But if you have the balls, the testicular, or the vaginal, I suppose. Everybody has to be included here, otherwise you get canceled. The vaginal fortitude, the testicular fortitude to manually defend, I feel like you should have more of a reward in getting those block shots off than you do if the AI is doing it, right? So I hope that is a thing.
Back, like the foot or the arm.
Right here. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Oh no! Please don't let him keel over in pain, man. Oh God. That's gonna cause a lot of rage.
Shauna?
This is low-key my favorite part. Skill moves. What's new? Tell me everything about it, please. I'm dying to know.
There's so many new things with skill moves, actually. But my favorite part is the left-footed skill moves. This is something the community has been asking for many years, and we finally got that into the game. So if you're Mars, for example, you can actually do an elastico skill, and he'll use his left foot to do that now. There's so many other skill moves to talk about, like Mbappe.
Wait, was that not a thing before? Left-footed skills never came off from the left foot? Am I that unaware of things that I didn't know that was a thing? That wasn't a thing? For real? They never used their preferred foot? They used to always do it on their right? Hey man, I was today years old when I learned that. I'm a FIFA content creator. For 9 years. And I didn't know that. And somehow you guys watch my content? Okay, maybe only 4 of you do nowadays. But nevertheless, 4 of you guys still watch my content and I just learned that now? What the
Right? The way he fakes a shot.
I really love the fake shots because it's one of the easiest and most reliable skill moves.
So it was like a right foot dominant thing? Okay, are you guys joking? Is that real? Someone's trolling me here, right? To make me look more of a moron than I am. I am a moron. I didn't know I was that big of a... This is Zwei levels of airheadedness. This is something Zwei wouldn't know. I thought I actually kind of knew things. It's real. What?
Perform in the game, and I know that
That's
this
so
is
cool.
available only to the elite players.
And we also have a stutter feint skill move where they feint one way and make
Oh,
you
that stutter feint is kind of sick, though.
step the wrong direction.
Oh, I'm excited. I hate myself. I officially hate myself for being excited. Oh my God. Imagine on PC, 144 FPS, 244 FPS, man. Clean skill moves like that. You burn past someone like that with Leo Messi, lay the ball off to Wesley Sneijder. Wesley Sneijder backheels it to Johan Cruyff. And then you green time it and miss an open net, but everything's fine.
My favorite new skill moves is a heel fake to blow.
Oh my God!
I've been using it already in the game, and it's a skill move where you actually use the heel to fake a pass and then you do a ball roll to the other direction.
Oh, wow, that's sick. Well, this is going to be
We're gonna
great
send Timmy's
content
for hot
me.
dogs
Totally. I'm
forever.
loving all of these new updates coming to FIFA 23, from women's football to new shooting mechanics to all new ways to defend.
Oh, man,
Your
I'm
first
kinda
look at
hyped.
what HyperMotion 2 is bringing to the game. That does it from the pitch. Derek.
Bruh. Did I miss anything, or did the video cover it all? Like, do the pitch notes cover anything else, guys? Do the pitch notes cover anything else, or is that pretty much it? Motion capture, we covered that. Authentic motion, machine learning. I don't know what this is other than we are officially in Skynet. Evolution development of several features powered by machine learning, including jockeying and technical dribbling. Okay. Okay, so women's football. As far as we know, it's not like guys and girls mixed in, which I thought would be cool, but I don't think it's a thing, unfortunately, which, again, I can understand the social and awkward, politically correct issues that EA would have to navigate, and I'm sure they just don't even want to have to deal with that, so I can understand why that's not there. I don't want to roast EA for that. That's not even fair to do. Technical dribbling. Again, all these. Okay, we've covered this. If it applies into the game without delay, both game coding delay and server button delay, because those are two different things, by the way. Of course, PS5 next gen gameplay has both. So I hope that doesn't exist. Please God. The jockeying, again, if it's manual defending, I love the jockeying system. It looks great. It really does look great. The accelerate, again, if you're manually running down the line or you're pushing the ball forward with your right analog stick, this stuff is cool. I like it with the taller players having the lengthy runs. Maybe Haaland becomes, again, a more useful, versatile player. Maybe the slower guys, but that have high acceleration in the midfield will be more useful. The Thiagos, that's cool. The controlled, Messi style sprinting, that's cool if it applies in game and it isn't just a delayed mess, right? Oh, this is kind of cool. Vinny, Virgil van Dijk. Okay. So yeah, we've covered all that. Oh God. Power shots, we've covered that. Power shots are cool. I mean, they didn't really talk about low shots. We didn't get coverage of that, did we? Right, guys? I don't think so. Curve. The free kick setup looks cool. I mean, how it applies in game, I don't know, but it does look pretty cool. Laying down on the wall, I kind of like that. If a player isn't doing that, I'm going for a low shot. If I don't see a player here, I'm going for a low shot. I am. I genuinely am. Penalties, I kind of like that there isn't the target there. Shot precision. You're gonna have having a dedicated pen taker, it might be even more important than ever, which is good. I like it. Low shots. Shots will only occur when the player requests a low power shot, requested up to 40% of power bar to get a low shot. Works with regular shots, finesse shots, and power shots. Oh, so you'll be able to do like a low finesse, which, I mean, like a hard pass at the goal. Anybody that's played any level of football knows, like a very hard shot to save when you're in on net on 5v5. I did this against my son's under 10s, okay? We played parents versus kids. I scored 4 goals because I'm sick with it. And 2 of my goals were literally me in on net, faking like I'm going to shoot and just low driving the ball into the bottom right corner and making a 10-year-old cry. Okay? That should be something that we can do in FIFA, and I don't think it's something we've ever been able to do. There was a year where you could do a low driven and then you would release one part of the low driven and your player would drive low, finesse it at the net. Do you guys remember that? So that would be cool if that was something else that could be done again. Genuinely. It's a very key part of football. I don't understand why that's not something that's available. So, and they're very hard to save, right? A good keeper saving low is not easy. So anyways, hopefully that is truly a thing. Composed ball striking, mumbo jumbo, passing. What the heck is this? Competitive passing. What even is that, EA? Like, just taking it out of marketing 101, first year university in terms of a catchphrase. Improved semi-assisted through passes. Less assistance in certain cases, mainly if the player's aim is too accurate or not too accurate enough. Okay. Semi-assisted lob through passes. This new setting that takes the player's aim into account more than assisted lob through passing. This is, I mean, I'm not kidding. How many times have I screamed at aiming the ball down this side? You can see it in the replay, and yet the game forces the through ball down the middle or down wide. So that's cool if it works. Semi-assisted lobs is a new setting that takes more of the player's aim into account. Cool. Pass receiver lock power up. This is a new setting that will select the pass receiver when the pass button is released or when the power bar reaches full power, whichever comes first. This might get rid of that delay when the pass is open and you click the pass but your player doesn't release the pass. That's cool. Again, I don't know how that would be applied to real world game, but that looks cool, at least on paper. Extended crossing zone? What? Expanded the regular crossing zone to allow for crosses at the top of the box. This is inspired by world-class players like Young Min who perform dangerous crosses to their teammates from this area. Extended... Wait, you were never able to cross from this area? Dude, we've done that before. Where you've got Messi in the false nine and you play it onto his left and you cross it into here. I mean, I never score, but... This is... Okay, again, if this is new, I'm today years old learning that. Outside of the foot passes on demand. Outside of the foot passes can now be requested. Okay. That's kind of crazy. So Leo Messi on his left foot down the byline. If you go to make a pass, you would expect someone like Messi to pass it with his left, with the outside of his left boot. But oftentimes in FIFA, the game will force it with his right and it'll be a lot less accurate. So the fact that you can now actually ask the left with L2 that pass to come off, that's cool. I like that. The skill move stuff is hype. I'm an idiot, so this is very awesome. The stutter feint with 3 stars is kind of wild as well. Heel to ball roll is crazy. I'm going to be doing this more than I should. The heel fake, I don't know that my brain cells will work, but I'll try. But the heel to ball roll is juicy. I'm definitely going to get that in my setup. New fake shot, explosive fake shot, jog, open up fake shot. LB fake shot. And then flick left stick right or left. Sends the player in the right direction or left direction depending on your left stick input. Ooh. Bro, please God let gameplay be good. So I want to spend hours a day grinding gameplay to learn these mechanics. Please. Double teams. Oh, what is this? Attack positioning. Double teammate support. Call more than one teammate close to support the ball. This support can be requested by tapping RB twice. I'm moist. That's needed. A lot of the times you tap R1 though and players just don't show for the ball, but that's fine. Whatever. That happened this year. Hopefully not next year. Deep lying playmaker instruction. We had a new player instruction for midfielders to consistently ask for the ball and gravitate towards ball handlers. I'm wet. Can only be applied to DMs. I'm actually wet. Bro, do you understand? Someone just took the words right out of my mouth in the chat as I was about to say it. Wesley Sneijder, not so much because you're going to have it be DMs. So, dude, the Frankies of the world, the Calvin Phillipses of the world could be so fun to use. The Frankie de Jong role, bro, I am... Look at, there you go. It's like EA, no. This is, I mean, this might be 4-3-3-2 instead of the false 9, but it's like EA, no. This is the setup we are doing. We've done false 9 for the last 3-4 months in FIFA that we did we are starting next year and I'm running false 9 all year. I don't care if I don't even get gold 1 in champs. We are playing tiki-taka, Barca, Ajax, Johan Cruyff inspired football from the get-go next year with non-rare golds on a no FIFA point poor man road to glory all the way until I get a Cruyff, all the way until I get a Sneijder, I hope. We're doing it. I am not doing this meta crap of all of the people running 4-2-2 or 4-1-2-1-2. I am going to be the false 9 tiki-taka master or I will fail. That's the only option. So God bless you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the FIFA 23 deep dive review. Like the degenerate that I am, I'm very excited for FIFA 23. Are you? We'll catch you on the flip side.